All right, guys, so this is going to be where we want to put the outdoor heat pump at, and this is going to be the actual location for that unit. You have this exterior spigot for the existing water line. That won't be an issue at all. They also have a sprinkler line, but he did all of these himself, so that's really not too big of a concern either. I would just be careful when you're kind of digging. It shouldn't be a concern, but we're going to put that unit right out here. And the interesting thing is, if we are absolutely lucky and the good Lord is favoring us, this is for that air exchange that you're going to see in that room. And if we can, it hopefully will either be a straight shot or probably the best shot that we got for bringing that line set through all the way here. You'll probably have to cut a couple holes through it to run it and kind of fish through it. I probably have one guy out here seeing if you can run your camera like on your phone to go ahead and see where it's running through and see if you can actually get a good eye of it. And same thing on the other side, right? If you guys can just double check and communicate with each other and see if that's a straight shot, that'll be a phenomenally lucky, I should say, access for that. The electrical is unfortunately on the opposite side of the house in that room I showed in the first video, but this should really help out with not needing to do almost any drywall and really cut down on quite a few things, as well as time, because it's already a giant, I want to say it's a 6 or 8 inch vent that is pretty accessible and open. It is not a metal one, but it's blanking on the term, one of the insulated ones that's just around. But anyways, that's one. This is the location that we'd like it at. With that line set having the electrical running to it, it should be a little bit easier. And if we can just run electrical maybe to that furnace room or throughout here, it'll probably be the best bet that we got for this system. So that's going to be what we want. It's going to need to be on a stand. We'll need to level everything out for them, make sure everything's good. There's no runoff here because the roof is slanted on either side, so really not too big of a concern for defrosting in the winter, but that's overall what we want here. We did talk about another spot, which I'll briefly do a video for you guys. I'm going to do a brief video on that other side. So if they say it's impossible or something crazy like that, we can talk about doing that, okay? So guys, this is going to be the other area. This is the front of the house when you first pull up. This is also another spot, same thing, running straight from that room. And I know this one should be a straight shot based off what I saw in the interior of where that furnace room is located at. And this is basically the same idea. The electrical though is literally just underneath this rocks and this soil. The panel is literally right there. So they would need to move this out of the way and kind of push this back, but they don't care if the unit was here as a secondary. But just make sure you talk to them about it if we're gonna try and go this route, or if that route seems very, very difficult or not impossible, or if that air exchange doesn't work that well. Just make sure they know about that. We'll basically run that unit right out here as another possibility or alternative, but they would really prefer it over on that other side. So, but just giving you guys some options for this job, because it is an add-on heat pump. And yeah, they do have a Nest thermostat again, which should be compatible with this setup. So